Hi, and welcome to the Global Education Group's CME video blog, where we address emerging hot topics in the CME enterprise. Today we're going to talk about keeping up with the codes. And in response to government and media scrutiny over the past 10 years, several organizations have developed voluntary codes, recommendations, or opinions to govern interactions between industry and physicians. And all of these codes have been well-intentioned and designed to ensure that collaboration is, 1, appropriate and ethical, 2, that it provides evidence-based science, and 3, that it's above the criticism and often the unfair perception that interactions are somehow inappropriate. So we're going to look at the top 5 codes and recommendations over the last 10 years. The first one is from PhRMA, the Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America. This is an industry group that represents research-based pharmaceutical and biotechnology companies. And originally, back in 2002, the PhRMA Code was developed to guide these interactions and make sure that they were appropriate between industry as well as the physicians out there. This code was updated in 2009, and while it mostly focused on sales and marketing interaction, there was a portion of the code that dealt with CME specifically. And it noted that education grants from pharmaceutical manufacturers were in fact appropriate and supported as long as all of the existing rules such as ACCME and AMA and FDA were being followed. Well, after the PhRMA Code, the second code was AdvaMed, and that was developed originally in 2004 and updated again in 2009. AdvaMed stands for the Advanced Medical Technology Association, and this is the group of folks that are mostly medical device manufacturers. The AdvaMed code virtually parallels the PhRMA Code, and so it covers those same issues of appropriateness. Thirdly, the NAMIC Code, the North American Association of Medical Education Companies, developed a code in 2009 that specifically focused on CME. And so this code was addressing the commercial support of CME and what was appropriate for interactions there for industry-funded CME activities. The fourth code came out just in April, just recently, from the Council of Medical and Specialty Societies, or CMSS. And this group is a group of 32 societies that have a combined membership of over 600,000 physicians in America. Similar to PhRMA and AdvaMed, most of this code focuses on sales and marketing interaction with physicians. However, there is a portion of the code that deals with CME specifically, and for CME it pretty much mimics the existing guidelines. It talks about the existing ACCME standards for commercial support, as well as the fact that developers of medical education should retain control over the content, and that all presenters should provide a balanced view of therapeutic options. Again, all of these are currently required by ACCME and other guidelines. So, despite all the good intentions of the codes that are out there, the last code I want to talk about is the one that was actually the oldest. And it was developed in 1996 by the American Medical Association. It was their ethical opinion on CME. It's 9.011. And there's 2 key concepts to this. And perhaps we all ought to be just simply following this AMA Council on Ethical and Judicial Affairs ethical opinion. The first says that for physician attendees at CME activities, that these attendees are smart enough to deal with patient care decisions, therefore they ought to be smart enough to deal with their CME decisions. And they should therefore only select high-quality programs that are relevant to their practice. Secondly, when physicians are presenters at CME activities, that physicians serving those roles should do 2 things. They should make sure that, 1, their research findings and therapeutic recommendations are based on scientifically accurate and up-to-date information, and they're presented in a balanced and objective manner. Secondly, that the content of any presentation they develop is not modified or influenced by industry at all. Pretty simple and straightforward recommendations that really you can see follow through in all the other codes that are out there. So we've got a multitude of codes, and partially they address CME activities. Each of these codes is trying to ensure quality as well as appropriate collaboration and interaction. If you need any additional information on each of these codes, we encourage you to go to the organizations that develop the codes, or feel free always to contact Global Education Group at globaleducationgroup.com on the web. For Global Education Group, I'm Stephen Lewis. Have a great day.